This is a bakkie that I've anticipated for a long time, that I've been looking forward to, and BYD kindly called me and said, Kumbi, come through, let's show you the bakkie, take it for a drive before the official launch. So this is not going to be a review, this is rather a walk around and ask to see exactly what BYD will be bringing in terms of this Shark 6. Before I go on, please don't forget to use the link in my bio and my description to get a quote from Naked Insurance, and you could be insuring your bakkies or whatever that you drive. Now, the BYD Shark 6 is likely to arrive in South Africa before the end of March 2025, and hopefully, should they get that pricing right, I do see it taking some customers from the likes of the GWM P500 clients. Who knows, maybe touching some of those Ford lovers as well as those Toyota lovers. I don't know which clientele is going to touch, but I do think that it's a really cool looking bakkie. It's menacing, it's massive, it looks really, really wide and tall. We've got this F-150 inspired light bar that runs all the way across down to your LED daytime running lights, and I do quite like the way it looks, especially at night. I'll put those shots up for you guys when I was in the basement when I went to collect it, and I think it looks really menacing. At night you will see it and you will move. You've got these massive headlights as well with individual bulbs right in there. It is LED fog lamps. Then you've got a massive BYD badge at the top as well. This white paintwork works extremely well, considering that you've got this black cladding that runs all around the car. You've got your 360-degree camera right at the top there, and then some plastic. Yeah, it's really plastic, and then the only steel is right on here. So yeah, at the side you've got these 18-inch wheels. Now, I'm not too mad at these wheels. I just think that I wish they could have been bigger, because the gap here is quite big. And yes, I know it's for off-roading and all that jazz. But if you're going to be using this bakkie as, you know, for leisure, what I'll probably do is put a 20-inch on there, just get the bigger wheel on there to fill up that wheel arch. I'll also probably upgrade this road tire to an all-terrain tire. If you guys watch all my bakkie videos, you know that I love all-terrain tires on bakkies or on any adventure SUV, because I just think it works. You save money in the longer run because that tire just runs and runs and runs. Then you've got this big wing mirror with an NFC. You see an NFC tag right on here. So what happens is that you can essentially, when you buy the car, you'll get a card, and you can essentially use that card only to unlock and get into the vehicle without actually using the keys. The keys are inside, I'll show you guys later. Your 360-degree camera is right on there, as well as an indicator. You've got side steps, which are very stable and functional. So that is quite cool. Keyless entry into the vehicle. When you come towards the rear, then you also have some wraparound design here that I do quite like. These roof racks are very functional. There's this feature here, a grab handle here, if you can just come to the side. This grab handle to help you get into the car. It's not a big car for you to, but it's just a nice handy feature. The rear for me is where it takes it. So on here, you've got your charging ports, before I forget, and this uses DC charging. So that is the nice part, so is that you'll be charging that 29.5 kilowatt hour battery faster, as opposed to, I know there's a bakkie that's also coming, which is a plug-in hybrid, but that only has AC charging. So this is quite cool. In terms of range, you get about 80 kilometers of electric only range, which is perfect for day to day, and I don't think you should struggle really. You can go to the office and come back and then use that 577 kilometers of fuel range that you get, that I've gotten right now, for going longer distances or whatever it is. And the nice part is that you can combine those drive modes, EV only or HEV, where it uses both the engine as well as the batteries. And then you've got this mud flaps. These mud flaps look really cool. It's such a nice touch that they put them on, and they do write Shark on it. And towards the rear, oh my word, I like it so much. It just looks so nice. And this is where it's giving that entire Ford F-150 Lightning look. Yes, I mean, come on. Inspiration is a thing that we must embrace. You've got the same daytime running lights with the LED light bar that wraps all the way around. You've got DMO all-wheel drive, BYD Shark 6 lettering in black. Then your big BYD badge right on there, embossed right into that tailgate, with your 360-degree camera right on there. I would have loved it if there was somewhat a step, but there isn't any step. And for you to open the tailgate, all you have to do is double press this, and that's it. and the tailgate opens, and you're met with a lot of room in there. I'll step in there actually. The first thing that you'll see when you step in, you can switch on these LED lights, which are in the load bed, and switch them off. On the side, you've got 3 plug points. 3 plug points. This is quite cool, I won't lie to you. 3 plug points right on there, and I think that is quite cool. The bed, massive space, and I think you'll be loading a lot of stuff on there. So yeah, that is essentially the BYD Shark bakkie. Have they done enough? I personally think so. I don't think that it's a not too bad looking bakkie. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's massive. South Africans love big bakkies because somehow bakkies for us are like, you know, a swinging contest. And I think this is it. It's definitely going to be causing a huge stir. I mean, the moment I've been driving it since this morning, a lot of people have been looking at it because it's a BYD and it's a bakkie. So yeah, guys, I'm going to jump inside. When you jump inside, I think it's a really luxurious affair. It looks really good. The stitching that I see everywhere here, which is matched with these orange bits, which are all over your climate control vents, are really, really nice. I love this leather wrap steering wheel with this. I like this design. It looks really good, and you've got your drive mode select buttons on there, as well as your terrain select button on there. So should you want to go to various, you've got muddy, sand, mountain, snowland, etc., then your drive modes come in the form of sport, eco, normal. Yeah, normal, sport, and eco. And it will also change the way your digital driver's display looks. And this is your digital driver's display. This is a test unit for now. It's not going to be the one that's in production. And then you've got this infotainment with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This is also not going to be the final one. You will see there's going to be a massive one. But I like the fact that in true BYD fashion, it can rotate. I always ask myself, I wonder how long that's going to last. Should kids keep on swiveling it up and down? I don't know how long that's going to last. This Dyne audio system sounds incredible. I do love it. You've got a place here for your wireless charger and a phone holder. You then have these jet style inspired buttons for your hazards, your EV or HEV driving modes, your start stop, your tailgate, as well as your auto hold. Then you've got your climate control button on there, which is also cool. The fact that it's still buttons is something that I do love, as well as your volume button right on there. You have your hill descent button on the other side, as well as your parking button to switch that off should you be going off-roading, and then your traction off button is also on there. These 2 cup holders here, I do like the surround orange. Is this orange? This is orange? I think it's orange, but I do like the way it looks. When you open here, you've got massive space in here. You can put anything you want in here. It's a lot of space. It's deep. You've got a 12-volt socket. You've got a USB type A and a USB type C as well right in there. But just the stitching that matches the orange bits and the seats, for me, just really take it. It's the level of detail that I really, really appreciate and that they've put up. Oh, before I forget, you've got space on here. Massive. It's not massive, but you can put whatever you want to put as a passenger right on there. Your glove box is decently sized as well. And the stitching continues as well in the door cards, and it is leatherette, as well as some plasticky bits right at the bottom. You've got LED lights on there, a space for your sunglasses. Gee whiz. I think let's jump into the rear, but I do quite like the way this interior feels. It's just really nice and soft. I haven't spoken about the seats, have I? The seats, you've got BYD stitching in your headrest, and they have heated and ventilated, electrically adjustable as well for both driver and passenger. So that's a nice touch. I think, should they get the pricing right, I think this will do really, really well. But let's jump in the rear and then I'll quickly show you guys what's in the rear. So you jump in the rear, you've got decent leg room. You've got massive amount of headroom as well. You've got cup holders right on here. And there is your 230 volt plug point. This is still going to be changed for our South African market, so don't stress about that. You've got a type A as well as a type C charging port rather. Then you can put some coins or whatever you want to put right on there. And then there is vents for the passengers in the rear. Then you've got some space in the seats as well, and that stitching continues throughout as well in the rear. They haven't really missed out on anything. I just need to see, let me get out for you to lift up the seat. Hard work I'm doing for you guys here. So let's quickly unbuckle the seat belts. And This is where you'll essentially get your tools. Your batteries are also under here for your plug-in hybrid system. So these are your batteries. I'm trying to look where the tools are. I thought they would be under here. Usually in a bakkie you get all your tools here, but these are just where the batteries for your 29.5 kilowatt hour battery sits. So it's nice that they sit here, and somehow it's interesting that I would think that it's quite raised up because of the batteries, but it's actually decent. So that's a nice touch, BYD. But essentially, I'm not going to mention anything about the drive. Unfortunately, I can't say that, but I just thought I would quickly tell you how the bakkie looks, what we should expect, and a walk around video. So no drive impressions, unfortunately. But before I go, please don't forget to use the link in my bio, in my description, to get a code from my lovely people at Naked Insurance. And also, if you're in South Africa, don't forget, keep left and pass right. Peace out, everybody.